Hello everyone, a couple of days ago we just discussed version 3 of Herta along with her build. In today's video I'm going to cover all the changes that have happened to AGLAEA. Compared to Herta, this character has undergone quite a few more adjustments, well, particularly in the wording of her kit. Make sure to watch this video until the end as I will also include some possible builds for her. So let's get this video started. First of all, AGLAEA is a limited 5-star character with the lightning element. She is also the first and only 5-star limited character with the Path of Remembrance. AGLAEA doesn't fight alone, she is accompanied by her Memo Spirit, which take its own independent turns. AGLAEA relies heavily on her ultimate to unleash her damage potential, as it transforms her basic attack into enhanced version, becoming her primary source of damage. However, as of now, she has the highest energy cost among all characters in the game. Despite this, with her exceptionally high speed, she is able to consistently deal damage. The first change can be seen in her talent. Previously, the base speed of the Garment Maker was 40% of AGLAEA's own speed. However, now her Memo Sprite will only receive a base speed of 35% from its master. While this is a slight reduction in speed, there is an added bonus. The Garment Maker's attacks now gain additional 30% damage boost based on AGLAEA's attack. As for her technique, in addition to dealing damage equal to a certain percentage of AGLAEA's attack and inflicting the same stitch mark on the random enemy, AGLAEA will now also recover 30 energy upon entering battle. This helps mitigate her high energy cost to some extent. The Garment Maker itself also received a slight nerf to its talent. Previously, when attacking an enemy marked with same stitch, its speed would increase by 60 and could stack up to 6 times. Now the speed gain is reduced to just 50% with a maximum value of 300 if this passive is fully stacked. Additionally, both their enhanced basic attacks receive a reduction in damage multipliers. Previously, their joint attack would deal 220% of their respective attack to the main target and 88% to the adjacent targets. Now it only deals 200% to the main target and 80% to adjacent ones. Although it might seem like AGLAEA received a lot of nerfs, they are not particularly significant. In fact, AGLAEA can be considered to have received a buff through the changes made to her third trace. The old trace provided an additional 30% damage to the Garment Maker's attack for 5 turns. This effect remained active as long as AGLAEA entered her Supreme Stance or used her ultimate. In the new version of Trace 3, when entering battle, if AGLAEA's energy is below 50%, she immediately recovers 50% of her energy. This means she will start with 175 energy upon entering battle. Additionally, if you activate her technique before battle, she gains an extra 30 flat energy at the same time, bringing her total starting energy to 205. This significantly improves her ability to use her ultimate quickly compared to the previous version and ensures she can deal more consistent damage. So those are the changes to AGLAEA's kit. While the nerfs may seem plentiful, they are relatively minor, and with her updated Trace 3, the 350 energy requirement is no longer a major issue for AGLAEA. For those of you interested in AGLAEA's Eidolons, here are the changes introduced in this version. The old Eidolon 1 allowed the damage from both units to ignore 25% of the enemy's defense, stacking up to 2 times, but required them to take consecutive actions. Now, they no longer need to act consecutively to activate this Eidolon. However, the amount of defense ignored has been reduced to 14%, and it can now stack up to 3 times. This is technically nerfed, but still it's relatively minor. Additionally, AGLAEA's Eidolons 2 and 4 have been swapped. In my personal opinion, the previous Eidolon 2 was much better. With an extra stack, the Garment Maker's speed would naturally increase, resulting in a higher attack scaling when AGLAEA enters Supreme Stance mode, as it is tied to Garment Maker's speed. Lastly, there are some changes to her final Eidolon. While it still provides a 20% lightning rest penetration, the additional damage boost from enhanced basic attacks requires surpassing a certain speed threshold. I believe these adjustments makes it slightly easier for players to maximize the potential of Eidolon 6 in this current version. Not only have AGLAEA's kit and Eidolons undergone changes, but her signature light cone has also received some adjustments. The wielder of this LC still gains 12 speed. Additionally, while the total crit damage and enhanced basic attack damage it provides are now higher, it has become harder to maximize these bonuses. Previously, the effects could stack up to 3 times, but now they require 6 stacks. So those are the changes to AGLAEA's kit, light cones, and Eidolons. Overall, it can be said that she has received a nerf, but fortunately these adjustments do not significantly impact her gameplay. At the moment, there is not a perfectly suited relic set for AGLAEA except for the upcoming set in patch 3.0, which is the Hero of Triumphant Song set. This set offers a 12% increase in attack for the users. The 4-piece bonus is, when the member sprite is present in the battlefield, the wielder gains additional 6% speed. Furthermore, after the member sprite attacks, both characters gain 30% crit damage for 2 turns. This set aligns well with AGLAEA's gameplay mechanics, potentially making it the best choice for her in the future. You can start preparing the Planar Banana Amusement Park for AGLAEA now, as she can easily make full use of its passive. When combined with the new relic set discussed earlier and the buffs from Sunday, AGLAEA's crit damage can increase significantly, making it much easier to build her effectively. Thanks to her extremely high speed, AGLAEA is also a great candidate for the Planar Glamot, which enhances her damage output. If her crit rate feels lacking, you could opt for the Izuma Planar, provided that you pair her with RMC. However, if your crit rate is already at 70% or higher, Rutland Arena is still a good choice. For ideal stats, focus on crit rate or crit damage for the body piece, depending on which stats she needs more. Speed is essential for the boots, with a goal of reaching at least 134 speed. For the Planar Sphere, lightning damage is typically the better option, as she already gains a significant amount of attack while in Supreme stance. Lastly, the Link Robe should focus on attack as the main stat. AGLAEA's light cone options are quite limited, making her signature LC the best choice by far. It provides a speed boost, increased crit damage, and a significant boost to her enhanced basic attack damage. These attributes synergize perfectly with her kit and allow her to maximize her potential. Currently, there are 3 new Remembrance light cones, but since I can't display them for you, I will use similar illustrations for reference. Among the free options, the light cone Victory in a Blink can be obtained easily. However, it serves primarily as a stat stick, as its passive effect is not suited for AGLAEA, but rather for RMC. This leaves us with the 2 other viable options, Sweat Now Cry Less, available from the Battle Pass, and Genius Greetings, which is obtainable from Gacha. The light cone that has a facial picture increases the user's crit rate by 12% and boosts the damage of both the user and the member sprite by 24%. Meanwhile, the light cone featuring Ruanmei and the Herta as its illustration increases attack by 16% and boosts basic attack damage by 20% for 3 turns, after the user activates their ultimate. To give you a better understanding, here's a comparative damage table for light cones on AGLAEA. A premium hypercarry team for AGLAEA can consist of AGLAEA herself as the main DPS, supported by Sunday, Robin, and Huohuo. Sunday is an exceptional support tailored for Remembrance DPS characters like AGLAEA. He provides simultaneous action advance to both AGLAEA and her Garment Maker, while also offering a substantial amount of energy regen, enabling AGLAEA to cycle her ultimates efficiently. If you don't have Sunday, you can substitute him with RMC, often considered as a budget-friendly version of Sunday due to its Memo Sprite's ability to provide action advance. Thanks to AGLAEA's basic attack generating multiple instances of damage, her true damage output also increases significantly, further boosting her overall performance. Interestingly, Robin's ultimate can provide action advance to the entire party, including their Memo Sprites. AGLAEA's high speed and fast turn rate synergize well with this, allowing her to help regenerate Robin's energy through frequent attacks. Additionally, when AGLAEA uses her enhanced basic attack, it triggers a joint attack with the Garment Maker, effectively resulting in 2 actions within 1 turn. This means Robin's additional damage effect can proc twice in a single turn, further enhancing both Robin's and AGLAEA's damage output while contributing to Robin's energy recovery. Huohuo plays a dual role in the team. Not only does she provide healing, but her ultimate also supplies AGLAEA with additional energy. Since AGLAEA is SP positive, Huohuo can frequently use her skill to grant strong defensive support and ensure her own ultimate is always ready to sustain the team. For alternative sustain options, Lingsha or Aventurine can also be viable choices. However, AGLAEA's high speed can cause Aventurine's shield duration to expire quickly, leaving her vulnerable to enemy attacks. So should you pull for AGLAEA or skip her and save your Stellar Jades for future characters? In my opinion, if you have already invested heavily in Acheron, which is lightning DPS, including their LC, Eidolons, and her best supports, Jiaoqiu, it might be wiser to save your Stellar Jades. AGLAEA demands significant investments, particularly in her signature light cone. due to the limited options available for Remembrance LC. It's more prudent to assess your situation and consider pulling for her during a rerun if you are still interested. However, if you are currently lacking a strong DPS, struggling with endgame content, and have the budget to pull for AGLAEA along with her signature LC, then she can be a worthy addition to your account. Her high damage potential and unique kit make her a powerful asset, provided that you are ready to commit to her build requirements. That concludes the version 3 changes for AGLAEA and some effective build possibilities for her. Let me know in the comments whether or not you plan to pull for her. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to support Catboloni. I will see you humans in the next video.